everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Temi, a graduate software developer working in the UK. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, then please do hit that subscribe button down below to see more content from me. So today I'll be taking you through some of the highest paying jobs available to you as a STEM graduate. And if you're not aware, STEM stands for science, technology, engineering, and maths. And whilst I was at uni, I personally wasn't aware of all the different career options that were available to me apart from those that were directly related to my degree. And I know that this is probably the case for a lot of other students currently at university. So just to give you a bit of reference and context before I jump into the video, I do have 2 degrees. So I have an undergraduate degree in geology and physics, and then I have a postgraduate degree in geophysics. So without further ado, here are 10 of some of the highest paying STEM degrees in the UK and the respective career paths that you could possibly go into once you graduate. The first degree is computer science. So if you are studying or have studied a computer science degree, then the career opportunities available to you are endless really, as you would have gained a wide range of skills, both technical and non-technical, which range anywhere from leadership and teamwork all the way to coding and programming. So this actually leads me nicely onto the sponsor of today's video, which is Career2. They're an up-and-coming online learning school made to help college students bridge the gap between their education and the in-demand skills that are needed to do well in tech. And they've recently created a 7-day Python challenge for a limited time only. So for this challenge, there are 7 different levels where you can actually win prizes at every single stage, no matter what your skill set or skill level is. If you're interested in learning how to code, or even just want to brush up on your existing Python skills, then do be sure to check them out. I'll leave all their details in the description part of this video, so make sure to take a look at that. So back to the video. The jobs available to you that are directly related to your degree include things like software engineering or development, web development, game development, app development, etc. So things within that field. And careers more loosely related to your degree include things like UX, UI design, IT consultancy, and even cybersecurity. Keep in mind here, and for all the other careers and degrees that I will mention, that employers nowadays will a lot of the times employ graduates no matter what their degrees are. So don't think that your options are limited to what I'm just saying in this video. So obviously, depending on the path you choose to go down, your salary will vary, but the average UK salary for a computer science graduate is around £47,000. Common employers of computer science grads are IT consultancies and IT service providers, but because most businesses nowadays rely on computers to function, pretty much every industry will employ computer science graduates. These include finance, healthcare, telecommunications, and even aerospace and defense. The next degree is aeronautical engineering. So aeronautical engineers research, design, develop, maintain, and test civil and military aircrafts, missiles, satellites, etc. And the starting salaries for aerospace engineering grads in the UK normally range from 20 to 28k, and once you get up to senior level, these salaries can go anywhere from 60k onwards. So something to keep in mind is if you have a master's degree or a research qualification in this kind of the aerospace engineering field, you may actually be offered a higher starting salaries, and also larger companies may tend to actually pay you more. Next degree is statistics, and if you were to work as a statistician, you would be dealing with data and helping find practical solutions to certain problems. Statistics is quite similar to computer science, where pretty much every business needs people who can deal with numbers and do math. So the industries that are actually looking for statisticians are finance, healthcare, education, market research, the list goes on really. Statisticians working in the healthcare and medical field actually earn quite a bit more than those working in the government field. Another degree that is highly paying once you graduate is civil engineering. A civil engineering degree prepares you for work in the construction industry, as well as in the business, management, and financial sector. The average salary for civil engineering graduates is around £47,000 £1,000. And jobs that are directly related to your degree are consulting, civil engineering, structural engineering, and several other types of engineering. So the next degree is life sciences. As a researcher in life sciences, you'll mostly be involved with planning and conducting experiments and analyzing the results in order to develop new products or processes to broaden your scientific understanding. In terms of jobs, they'd be available to you in commercial or government labs, hospitals, and higher education institutions, so university or college if you're from the US. If you were studying for a PhD in life sciences, then the minimum amount of funding, which I believe is referred to as a stipend, that you'd be able to receive is around £15,000. And then if you went on to working after your PhD, then you could earn anywhere between £25,000 to £40,000. So the next degree is chemical engineering, and chemical engineering plays a major role in nearly every aspect of different industries, and specialized chemical engineers in certain areas are always in high demand, since it's a difficult job to maintain a certain unit or supervise a team of engineers to achieve a certain goal. And basically what chemical engineers do is they take raw materials and then develop that into a useful product that can be used. If you were to go into this field, you might be creating things like medicines, plastics, or even petrochemicals. The average salary for chemical engineers is around £45,000, and usually chemical engineers that have specialized in oil and gas have a higher starting salary, but that definitely doesn't mean that if you were to specialize in industrial engineering that you wouldn't end up making more in the long run. Jobs related to a chemical engineering degree include things like chemical engineering, of course, petroleum engineering, and also product and process development engineering. So the next degree is another type of engineering. This is electrical engineering. With this degree, you can work in a wide range of sectors, including aerospace, automotive, so like vehicles, IT, telecoms, and a lot more. And the jobs almost directly related to your degree include aerospace, design, and electrical engineering. And there are several other jobs that will be available to you if you decide to study electrical engineering. The job roles include things that are very similar to that I've mentioned for the civil engineering path, chemical, and aerospace as well. So they all seem to be quite similar in terms of what's actually available to you once you graduate. So the next degree is a little bit different, and this is pharmacy. If you were to graduate with a degree in pharmacy and actually want to pursue it, then you could find work as a community or hospital pharmacist, or you could even go into lecturing or medical research. And other jobs available to you that aren't just pharmacy would be lecturing, pharmacology, and you can also go into scientific writing. The average salary for pharmacists in the UK is around £42,000, and most community pharmacists that actually work in the UK will work in large retail chains like Boots or independent pharmacies of various sizes. Whereas the majority of hospital pharmacists may work in hospitals within the NHS, or you could also work within private clinics. So the next degree is mechanical engineering. Mechanical engineers actually create solutions and solve problems, playing a big role in the design and implementation of moving parts in several industries. As mechanical engineering graduates are good with numbers and computers, you may also be very well suited to a career in finance and management. Jobs that are quite closely related to your degree would be mechanical, maintenance, and automotive engineering. And in the UK, the average salary of mechanical engineers is a little bit lower, so it's around £38,000. Last but not least is a maths degree. So studying maths helps you develop skills in logical thinking, problem solving, and decision making, which are obviously skills that are valued by employers in pretty much every industry. And jobs that relate quite closely to your degree include things like actuary, accounting, data science and data analysis, software engineering, sound engineering. I could go on for days, but I won't. And as you can imagine, mathematicians are pretty much needed in every single industry. So this degree is one that is very applicable. So even if you haven't picked your choices yet, but are looking for something that's within STEM that will give you a broad range of options, then maths might be a good one to go for. Overall, aeronautical, civil, and chemical engineering graduates seem to have the highest average salaries, but analysts have actually found that because these degrees are quite niche, not many job ads across the UK actually specify the need for those particular degree holders as a requirement to actually apply for that role. And instead, the most in-demand jobs are those that require technology degrees like computer science or IT. So if earning a lot of money when you finish college is high on your priority list, then it may be worth taking a look at doing an IT related degree. So I've linked all the articles where I got my research from in the description box below, so make sure to take a look at that. And I really hope you found this video useful. Thank you for watching and I'll see you next time.